It's on tape, my nigga. It's on tape.
The energy is here.
It's where? Where the fuck is it?
Oh, I'm in.
Come on, man. Look, it's gonna come out during this show. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you need to talk about. This is one of them therapeutic shows, so it's gonna come out.
Oh man, like I said, man, the energy is here. It's just probably more. It's gonna, as the show goes on. Yeah, it's gonna get more. It's
okay. I know what
it's dude for right now.
What you got, Pete? What's up, Pete?
This nigga, this nigga used all his energy this fucking morning with that goddamn stat.
Oh yeah, that shit.
I know that we want to stir up shit in the fucking morning. Like my nigga, I don't say good morning to nobody yet. Fuck everybody in his office, like, and then you want to come and start the shit with
that shit was
women.
Too early.
You know, women ain't fucking with us right now, my nigga. And you want to go ahead and put that type of stat where you got your brother D using words like soliloquy and fucking detrimental and shit, like whatever, salacious. Like, nigga, come on, cuz.
Yeah. My brother Pete, my brother Justin, he was like, it's too early for this shit. My brain's not even on right now, bro. Like, you give us a time to wake up or some shit before you start putting shit like that.
I mean, if it's on your brain, you gotta. I mean, well, all right, well, shit, fuck it now. Shit, all right, here we go. You're here now.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
You're welcome. Let me see Nash, my nigga.
I look, man, but it just, you know. The stat again. The proof is right there. The pudding. The stat just proves the accountability. How many disclaimers you said I put? 4? 5?
You put a lot.
Yeah, you did
man,
put a lot.
Get a listener's content though, man. Let them know what's up. Let them know what we talking about.
Well, basically, I just said that I see women out. I see that society says that women. Seems that women are.
I have your exact stat up. Would you like me to read it?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
All right, so this nigga, right, 8 in the morning, decided to put up a stat talking about, fuck it, I'll say it because I don't have bitterness in me saying this. It seems like, in my Amir voice, that in this society, that responsibility or accountability seems to be only told to be upheld by us as the male gender. I hear often, quote, well, if men start being men, maybe women would start, insert what they would do, which I do agree that we as men, disclaimer number 1, do need to start being more mature and responsible as a whole. It seems that somehow excuses females bad, it seems that somehow it excuses females bad behavior. You don't have an attitude because men are being men. You have an attitude because you weren't taught to be a woman, because a lot of you were raised by lost girls who just got older and pregnant. And yes, disclaimer number 2, and yes, there is the ain't shit or absentee father that applies to this as well. But just because the mom stayed doesn't mean she was equipped to be a mother, because her mom, too, was probably lost. Pussy is power, but power without, this is my favorite part, pussy is power, but power without responsibility is chaos. That's a fucking bar. Look around you. I say this with love. I say this knowing men, specifically my brothers, disclaimer number 3, have a lot of work to do ourselves. And I say this because I want to see the best from my sisters. With that said, we got 51s for a $50 bill. Who got 51s for a $50 bill? Because I'm going to Pharaoh tonight. No Buffalo motherfuckers know
Yeah. Can I just say that shout out to your partner Will Rogers, who gave the best response that I think we all can agree with and understand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to read all of Will's response, but he pretty much said a population I don't usually have dealing with. So I can't relate to this post pretty much because I don't deal with that population who needs to hear this stat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I dig that. And this is my question before we go. I know you want to dive into it, but this is my question relating to that. And I was kind of and shout out to Will again because he made me think about this. Do we give too much attention to these bitches? And when I say bitches, I mean bitches, not women, not ladies, not sisters who got their shit together or who's working on it, and also not ladies who recognize that we all need to grow and get better. But it's really part of, I still got to grind in the gears. And Amir, you inspired my grinding the gears when you posted some shit that a sock bottle girl wrote about men. But we'll get to that. So do we give too much attention to them, yo? Like, cause we always combat. Like, we hear what some of these chicks say. So, shitting on men. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. Men whatever. But the majority of the time, the chicks who spewing all the men hate are the whack bitches. I don't know if I'm tripping, but I said are the whack bitches. The whack bitches are the ones that spewing most of the men hate. The whack bitches, the single ones who will never see a man in their life unless it's connected to a Duracell battery. Who never will see a real nigga, who are intimidated by real niggas. I feel like we giving them too much of a spotlight, just like how these ladies are doing to the fuck boys. What's your thoughts, man?
I'll just say mine briefly, then Chuck to that. What I have to just say about that personally is that it's not even so much that we give attention to that though. I don't feel I give them attention. I didn't put that out there for them to answer though. They have every right to if they're on my friends list or whatever.
Somebody definitely did.
Right. And the sad thing is she's actually not to give too much for business, but she is married. She has that out there. She is married to what she says is a good man, older guy. Whatever though. But that just shows you that even somebody who has a good man can still be a bitter and scorned woman.
But that's good based on her opinion. What she could.
But a man that seemingly. Again, I can only go off of.
Okay, I feel you.
What is presented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though. She
doesn't talk with him. Shit, nigga. Look at Kanye.
Well, I'm talking about how she speaks of him, how she writes of him, and these different things though. So that's what I'm basing that off. Again, I don't know. He could be beating the shit out of her and a piece of shit. But what I really wanted within that my post that I wrote is that it doesn't seem like the ones who are have their heads on straight, the ones who aren't those type of women, aren't trying to hold accountable the sisters who aren't, but yet want to blame the men instead of taking on the responsibility they should have if they have their minds right to help the other sisters out. Why is it incumbent on us to grow up and be men? Why is responsibility one-sided? You are the first nurturers and teachers of children. If you don't practice that you should be responsible first, then what the fuck is the children going to grow up to be?
Thanks.
Look around you. Like I told you, look around you. See the chaos. I ain't gotta say it. Look at the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we know the system is designed to go ahead and break up the black man and black woman. So we get into all that though. But it's like, all right, it just seems like the accountability is like, why are men being men? Why the fuck aren't women being women? Why can't that be asked without there being the like you said, like you read. I said that we need to be more responsible as men though. But that doesn't mean women need to be less responsible as women or less accountable. How can you be a teacher and a nurturer? Child stays within you for 9 months. That's being grown within that child. What your spirit is, you're not supposed to be because I'm not. Huh? Chuck, I'm dead, man.
Nah. So the whole thing, and of course, everybody's entitled to their opinion or whatever the case may be. But the person this girl that we're talking about, she took it in a completely different direction. She was selective in how she wanted to respond to your post.
She was so selective that she didn't respond to your question, Chuck.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
She did because
I mean, because I had to acknowledge you on that part real quick because you said some eloquent shit. You said some real shit and a genuine question with no malice, no attitude, no nothing.
Yeah, it was just straight,
no
because she
being purposefully offended.
Oh, yeah, she definitely was. And it wasn't my intention. It was to get an understanding. It's like, well, why are you saying it's negating what he said? No, he's painting an entire picture. You're the one negating the conversation. And that's the type of shit we got to deal with, man. It's like we don't think holistically. And of course, none of us are perfect and we all have our moments, but especially those type of conversations, your post was well-rounded, my nigga. Like your shit was well-rounded. And I would think, cool, just get a good dialogue going on this post. But no, she took it in a completely different direction. Hence, as Brother Pete said, she didn't respond to my comment because I just asked her straight up question and nothing.
He's been taught to hate black men, so that's what she wanted you. She hated the fact that you didn't do that. You understand? She hated the fact that you didn't respond like that. She hated the fact that I didn't write it like that. She hated that, so she had to respond like that to see what reaction she was going to get and see. Let me see if I get the real. No. That's like Katt Williams. We get to that earlier. Like Katt Williams said to this girl, no. That's not how this works.
I watched that on my way home. That shit was funny. That shit was hilarious.
We'll get into that though.
That shit was hilarious. All right, really quick. Let me do the intro and then we'll go ahead and get into the shit so people know if this is first time listeners, so they know who they're listening to. So this is the Common Sense Experience podcast. It's episode number 79. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out last week's episode where we talked about what happened to Serena Williams during the U.S. Open, and we also talked about the highly, highly controversial murder of Botham Jean. Rest in peace to that brother. Good brother down in Dallas, Texas, was murdered by a white police officer who walked into his apartment and killed him.
A white murderer.
White murderer. And they're trying to, the media and the Dallas PD are trying to suppress the case and protect her and justify it. So be sure to follow that story. Make sure that story doesn't die. Because this, and I mentioned this on last week's episode, of all the shit that we've been through over the past several years, as far as police killing black people, this particular case for me had a very huge impact. I don't know why. For 3 or 4 days, I was just consumed with reading news articles and looking up the cops' history. Like it was just really consuming. So be sure to check that last week's episode out. I'm Chuck. I'm here with my brothers Prop and Amir. What's up, brothers?
Yes, my nigga. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mike check 1 2. What is this? Was good.
I was waiting for it though, man. Y'all know what up it is. What up, mother suckers? There are gangs in New York. Whoever killed Eric Gardner, man, kill him. If you guys are out there anywhere in Missouri, in Ferguson, kill whoever killed Mike Brown. The Trayvon. Trayvon was Florida. Yeah, if you're out there in Florida, anywhere in Florida, you happen to see George. You see this motherfucker? You see this motherfucker?
Nigga is going around signing Skittles, fam.
He's signing Skittles, bro.
Yo.
Have you seen this cocksucker?
Chuck, you ain't see that?
Wait. Time out. George Zimmerman is signing Skittle packets?
This nigga on the world tour with going to like Ku Klux Klan rallies and shit. He's signing empty bags of Skittles. He's signing fucking dirty hoodies. He's on the rollout right now.
What?
Whoever, I wonder if we can get whoever killed John Benet Ramsey, we can find him to start signing dolls. Look like John Benet Ramsey, and that'd be cool. You feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I don't want that to happen though, because I'm not malicious like that because I was a child. But I wonder if we could get away with some shit like that. Hell fucking no.
No.
This nigga is mocking. First of all, that's the fact that he fucking did it. The fact that not only that he got away with it though, but he's mocking it and is getting away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. He deserves to be murdered.
Hey, man.
But again, nothing surprises.
In this Drake song with Jay-Z on his latest album, the last bar in Jay-Z's verse, he said, "Y'all niggas killed X." Talking about XXXTentacion, but let Zimmerman live. The streets is done. And he got a lot of flack for that bar. But the shit I'm seeing right now,
yeah,
it's real. That is real. No, he shouldn't have got flack for that bar because he was spitting truth.
No, he shouldn't have got flack, but I'm glad he said the bar. I'm glad he said that shit.
Nigga, how is he still? I'm sorry, bro. How is he still alive? I'm sorry. That's the thing, and I know we're not gonna go in deep into it, but I'm gonna just say this: the reason why the Crips and the Bloods were created in the first place was because they were getting bullied and beat up by white folks.
Facts.
You see, you got to understand, Compton, South Central LA, that was all white folks before the 60s and 70s, I believe, if I'm not tripping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Google Facts next to me, but long story short,
definitely the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Definitely 60s. Like it was racist motherfuckers moving from the South going there, and black people couldn't walk the streets because they were getting bullied. If they go to a certain park, they were getting their ass beat. So in order to protect themselves, the black peoples formed a community group. They formed a gang, for the lack of a better term. They formed a club. And we need to go back to the original reasons why these clubs and gangs were created in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
But they had to create them because that's when the Black Panthers got taken away in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy.
If the enemy hates what you're doing, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Agree. Agree.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring that up when we talked about the black progression topic, because that's very interesting that you just said that. So I'm gonna hold off until we get to the black progression topic.
I was kind of struggling with the grinding of the gears shit because I had the shit about the chick, and then I saw the George Zimmerman pics. You know what I'm saying? With him signing the Skittles and all of that, and I felt that was kind of more important than talking about giving the SOP more attention, because at the end of the day, yo, we are in the fucking matrix. I say that every show. I've been saying it, and it kills me, fam. We in social network era now. Everybody has a platform. Everybody has a Facebook. Everybody has an Instagram. Everybody has capable abilities to get information, to get people fired, get these white motherfuckers, racist motherfuckers fired from their jobs and all of that. Cool. But when you got a known killer still walking this earth, fam.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We don't share. We rather share the pics of him signing the Skittles than to share where that address at so we can show up there. Like, we gotta stop doing the bullshit, man. I don't get why my people. I'm black, so I'm gonna say my people. I don't understand why we share Trump videos. I don't understand why we share racist bullshit, and I don't understand why. Yeah, I saw more black people sharing that shit, the pictures of George Zimmerman signing the autographs, than white folks. Now, granted, I probably follow more black folks than white folks, but that ain't the issue. Why are we giving these motherfuckers like? You know what I'm saying? Just for a quick like, which is addictive as fuck. Getting them likes, getting them stats, getting them comments. Oh, look at 200 people. You know, like, a lot of people do it for vanity. They don't do it for awareness. They don't do it for, you know what I'm saying? Let's do something about it. They just fucking do it for vanity. Look at this shit. Look at that. No, fuck that. What's the solution? What we gonna do about it, Tim? That shit really grinds my gears, bro. On some real shit. Like, and I promised myself I was gonna. I've been hearing like past episodes, sidebar. I'm like, yo, I gotta stop cussing so much. I be cussing hard. Yo, man. I'm sorry. I'm a passionate dude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I just feel like we so turned up and caught in the matrix. I'm not even saying folks doing it on purpose. We so blind to the Western ways, whatever the hell you want to call it. We so blind to it that we automatically do it without thinking. Oh, I can't believe he signed the Skittles. Let me share this. This is crazy. Man. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that. Stop sharing the bullshit. Let's share where to go buy black at. You know what I'm saying? Let's share the youngest engineer at 26 years old, the richest dude in robotic engineer. That's my pioneer of the week later on anyway. But let's uplift. Let's share the shit that benefits us, not the bullshit just to share it, fam. We got platforms for a reason, and everybody don't need them, which is true. But for the ones that do have them, we need to use them how it's supposed to be used, man. Period.
Right. Yeah, I agree. 100%, man. You know, I think it all comes down to where we as a people decide to focus our energy. And
right.
If we keep sharing the bullshit and sharing all this negativity, that's the reality we're going to create. And actually, I put that into the So if you're not part of the group, we have a group on Facebook now, the Common Sense Experience group. Just do a search on Google. You can find the group, and just about 3 questions you have to answer before you're accepted. But today in the group, I posted a video by Brother Rich and Minister Jew, and they were talking about this. Actually, it's kind of funny you mentioned this, Pete. The very same thing you were talking about. It's like people, we on Facebook and social networks, we're sharing all these videos and shit like that. Like that's the energy. That's the reality that we're focusing on, and that's what we're going to continue to focus on. But if we start sharing like the positive shit, like the where to buy black and support black business and shit, it's going to start shifting that energy towards that positive energy that we're looking for, that we need as a people. And so I always, recommend supporting, black media networks, which we don't have a lot of. We're one. There's a couple of joints on YouTube. Dr. Boyce Watkins. Like we have to start supporting black media because we have to start controlling the narrative. Right? Whoever controls the narrative controls the people. With this whole Botham Jean case, because all these major networks are creating the narrative, we see all these different stories being painted, ultimately trying to make the white cop look good and make Botham look like he was a bad guy because they supposedly found marijuana in his apartment. I wonder how many other searches you would do in that same apartment building and you would find marijuana. Probably about 60 or 70% of them. We got to cut the bullshit, man. We do as a people. We got to cut the bullshit.
I'm more mad at the fact he couldn't get to smoke the marijuana because he got killed. You know what I mean? Smoking weed is okay.
Yeah.
That's, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I swear. I plan to post something every day, whatever little information I can find about that. Like, I know we done been through all these killings since the very age of day one. But this one right here,
bro, takes the fucking cake, bro.
It takes the cake, fam. He was in his crib chilling. She's the one that came to him, knocked on his door. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, man. My bad, Amir. Go ahead.
No, because it's not the first time that it's happened. Where this has happened, it's the first time that it's been publicized like this.
Yeah.
Plenty of times this has happened. I'm just gonna say this. Fuck it. I really don't have time to fuck around. As we're gonna go into this pissing off the professor though, but that was the grinding your gears, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, my bad. I know I jumped the gun, but that was my grinding gears for today.
All right, that was definitely all right. But I gotta fucking say it though. Weak-minded black people who have the power of being in front of the television screen, though, because we can't get all of the other ones who have a powerful following out there, who speak out against black people are the enemy because they're working with the enemy, and if things happen to those people. We don't have time to fuck around. We have enough to deal with shit. We don't have time to fuck around. Eye for an eye. The same country that tells you to have forgiveness, have they forgiven those who have done things to them? Have they forgiven the Vietnamese, who they actually did something to, but they don't forgive them? Do we forgive Arabs in this country? Do we forgive them for 9/11?
Even though they didn't do that shit.
Right. Even though they didn't do that shit. But I'm saying, like, we have to stop being so forgiving. Why are we taught forgiveness by a person that doesn't practice it?
Right.
It's all called practice what you preach, right? Now, there are certain people that live certain lives that try to keep you away from certain things, though. But you do have to at least question why somebody would teach you forgiveness and doesn't forgive themselves. Have you ever done something to some white folks? They don't forgive. Not all. There's a lot of white folks, they don't forgive, and they don't not forget. Both. Why do we forgive and forget? Supposed to be told to forget so quick. Why do you think that is? Because it had anything to do with William Lynch? Read that letter. Chuck, y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Let's get to the shits, man.
Chuck, man, I gotta ask you, man, what's going on? What the fuck is pissing off the professor, man? Let him know, man.
it's gonna be a little lighthearted this one. The last few times it's been a little heavy. And I know we're gonna probably talk about it when we get into the sports shit. But as of right now, today we're recording this on September 20th. You won't hear it until the 28th. The Buffalo Bills are making it extremely fucking hard to be a Bills fan right now.
Nigga, speak on it.
We look like a fucking high school football team, bro. Like,
to me.
I'm like, yo, I'm just watching highlights and shit. It's like, yo, what? Like, could we be any worse? Like, really, can we be any worse? On the other hand, this nigga Tyrod Taylor is fucking balling in Cleveland.
Wait.
Real quick.
Game's on right now. Let's see how long this lasts.
Real quick. Somebody pointed out a key fact. Somebody, and I quote, Tyrod looks decent when he got a good O-line, right? I said I can't argue the facts.
Mm. But we
he
know
got to the
Tyrod
playoffs with an average O-line too, though, right?
Listen, man, these are facts.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. I'm giving Tyrod props. Like Tyrod is not a bum. He's not.
No.
Tyrod should be a Buffalo Bill. Let's call it spade.
I love Tyrod. I love Tyrod.
Man, Chuck, listen, no, go ahead, Chuck, because I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go in. Go ahead, Chuck.
I ain't wanna open up this can. We got to get into this sports shit later on. But I'm just saying, like, Baltimore didn't give him a chance. Buffalo supposedly called themselves giving him a chance, and now he's in Cleveland. This nigga's balling, but he's nice. He has an arm. He can run. He's not just a running quarterback. That nigga has a cannon. And now Cleveland.
He's a winner.
They may do some shit this year. They may do some shit this year.
How many white quarterbacks did we have before Tyrod? I mean, you not count EJ Manuel, because I don't even count that. How many white quarterbacks we had before Tyrod, for a real black quarterback came? I don't know what the fuck EJ Manuel was. I could have did EJ Manuel's job.
Wait, did we have a black quarterback before?
EJ Manuel.
Before EJ.
We have Vince Young for a slight second. And then
yeah. Damn, I forgot about that Vince Young shit. Damn.
And we had, what's his name, Thad Lewis. And he was decent, too. He wasn't sweet, Thad Lewis. This was like a couple years ago. We had Thad Lewis with a T.
Thad Lewis, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So to end my segment, so here's why I'm pissed off. Last year, we made the playoffs. And I'm thinking, all right, shit, we're going to try and build on that. Nah, we not making the playoffs this year at all. We may end up having the worst record in the league. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. 17 years to go to the playoffs, you make the playoffs, and then the very next fucking season, you finish the season under 500. That don't sound right to me. I don't know who's calling the fucking shots, but they need to get another GM or whatever the fucking Paguas, the fucking owners are doing. They need to do some shit because this is fucking crazy. But that's my pissing off the professor segment. A little lighthearted on this go round. We got some heavy shit we're gonna get into later on. So.
Oh yeah. Chuck was talking about the Bills is lighthearted.
Right,
nothing more depressing.
Right.
No.
That was mad clickbait, man. Lighthearted, nigga. I was ready to go in and I had to stop myself.
Right, man. Shit, man.
Crazy, man.
He's about to start singing in the road and shit.
Our real coach beat us last week when the Chargers came into town, nigga. Shout out Anthony Lynn.
Yeah. I forgot about Anthony Lynn.
The brother, Anthony Lynn, for those who don't know.
The brother.
Yo, the Bills, you know fucked up. He's not doing the
What other dude we lost? A black dude that ended up like winning as a coordinator.
Our team, Dallas is up there, but we've been there the most racist team in the NFL besides Dallas, man. Colin Kaepernick said his worst experience out of all 32 fucking stadiums was fucking Buffalo. This nigga ain't say New York. He ain't say Miami. He said Buffalo, fam. He ain't say Dallas. He ain't say Jacksonville.
You gotta get into motherfucking. He didn't say New Orleans, Atlanta.
Come on, man.
Wait.
Motherfucking Carolina or goddamn.
Wait, come on. So y'all said Colin said the most challenging place he's ever played is in Buffalo.
When he was doing his protest thing, you know, everybody was booing him and bugging out. His worst experience, he said, was fucking Buffalo.
Oh shit.
Buffalo, fam. And I'm not surprised. Being that I'm born in, I love my. Listen, man, I love not the Buffalo he's talking about. The Buffalo the Buffalo he's talking about. Don't fuck with. That's what I represent. That is, you know what I mean. But I'm not surprised he said that shit, man.
Well,
the shit we deal with.
Well, truth be told, let's keep it 100. Buffalo is not located in Buffalo. That shit is in Orchard Park.
Orchard Park.
It should be the Orchard Park Bills.
Facts.
A lot of these other NFL teams are in the city that their team. Like I was just
downtown mostly.
I was in Nashville just a few days ago, and the Tennessee Titans is downtown Nashville.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys downtown Dallas. Philadelphia Eagles in downtown Philly.
Yo, the shit.
Do you think if the stadium was in Buffalo that he would experience less racism knowing Buffalo? Buffalo's racist as fuck.
He probably would. I don't know. I gotta kind of combat you on that, bro. If them niggas was still at the Johnny B. Wiley Stadium where they was originally on fucking Jefferson, where they is, I think Katt would have got some of the most love next to Detroit. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there was in the hood back then. You think they're going back to the fucking hood?
No, they definitely ain't.
I know. I
bet you. I guarantee you, if they do, that means that the hood has been totally, if not just 85% gentrified.
You're not gonna fuck up my utopia, nigga. That was my utopia. Okay, I'm just saying. If homie was where he was supposed to be at, which is a Johnny D. Wiley Stadium, but you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Without the gentrification shit, we'd be alright. That nigga would play for us right now. We need him.
He would have got mad love outside of the stadium. But inside and going through shit, his ass would experience all types of racism because we wouldn't be able to afford the tickets.
Yeah.
I think it's so deep in his petty bag, he just can't let his family live in utopia. I get it though. You're right, Amir. You're right.
Absolutely. You think it's not
America? I know, nigga. I was in a high moment.
See, I don't. You know me. I don't hold on to hope. I'm time for that shit. That's stressful. I got enough stress than to add on hope on my back.
So I want to apologize. I did not mean to open up the sports bag. I know we got a segment for sports, so that I apologize.
That's what that was what pissed you off.
Yeah,
it's supposed to piss you off. You love Buffalo.
Yeah.
Go Bills.
Shit.
Bills.
Go Bills. Go Bills.
Sometimes you want to say go Bills.
Bills want to make you shout.
I say you do look high.
Bills make you.
Bills make you want to shout. I mean, that's not always a good thing.
Nah.
You gotta scream You gotta scream real loud. You got a heart attack. That's how Bills make you feel.
Yeah.
That's why you can't get into it. You gotta laugh. All right, man. Speaking of high blood pressure, Katt Williams versus Wanda Smith.
Yikes. He roasted her, man. That shit was crazy.
Speaking of mac and cheese with a side of mac and cheese with a full pan of meatloaf, Wanda Smith, I gotta say it because I don't. There's real abuse victims out here. This is the reason why I really get to roasting when I feel like someone is trying to just use something because it's fucked up because there really are women out here who is getting verbally abused and all that stuff by men though. And then for this bitch to be a comedian who was roasting first, by the way, to try to use this moment to make her be a victim now, and her husband actually go to the club to try to shoot. Katt. They said it was a gun around. It's like he was up there. And Katt was trying to come in, but it was an intimidating situation, and it goes to, as men, you got to be careful on the mate you choose though, because they'll have you doing some dumb shit. They'll have you doing some unnecessary shit that shouldn't even be. If you're a comedian, you should be ready for any moment that you have to get into to ribbon, to jonesing, as some people call it, jonesing, ribbon, talking shit. That's what it's gonna be. Shit. I've never heard Lunel, people that Katt was naming, Lunel or Miss Laura or Monique ever complain about someone jonesing on them, like for real. They might complain about as far as business. They don't complain about somebody ribbing. That's what it is, you know. So, in getting to that, I kind of want y'all thoughts on the Katt Williams and Wanda Smith situation. I'm gonna start with you, Pete, Chuck, and then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go after y'all, brothers. Go ahead, man.
How we feel about the roasting shit? Well, shit, she deserved it. You know what I mean?
Was it fair or foul? People think it's foul. I just want to get your opinion.
I have common sense, man. And shout out to Corey Holcomb for breaking it down even more. And D.O. Weasley, I peeped him that he shared it. His page shared it, talking about how she always Corey Holcomb, she always like that. He 9 times out of 10, it's in Atlanta Z103, the morning show. A lot of comedians and people that promote shit down there don't like going there because she a comedian. Basically, she a hater. She a comedian struggling, trying to be a comedian, but she really a radio personality. And I guess they be doing shows and shit out there, and she be shitting on the people we're promoting. Every time he said,
I heard her on Holcomb, but D.O. he said something though.
Who?
D.O. he said something too.
Yeah, I'm saying he shared. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, she started it, and the thing was, he held back for real. He could have went way. We all know how Katt get it, man. From wilding out to comedian to stand-up comedy show, nigga ignorant. He could have went way worse.
That's what he do.
He kept it and her husband corny as fuck for that pulling out the good shit. That's man. Listen, man. I'll peel the onion back. You got certain people like that corny when they got people in power be corny as fuck, man. Because they bitter with themselves. You know what I mean? Let's call it spade a spade. That was some corny shit. And then it's even corny. You want to use the women's movement and shit. That shit is trash, man. She should get called out for it. I don't give a fuck if she an old auntie. Disrespect is disrespect. Age ain't nothing but a number. That was some childish, corny shit. She started it. He finished it. Then you want to put niggas in harm's way.
My thing is, shouldn't the husband be more worried about the fact that she actually asked if she could run her fingers through his hair than him ripping on her? Because Katt was calling her out yo, you do actually like me. Well, she probably did. She probably did. And he called her out for that, too.
Yep.
And so, you know what I mean? But he said, no, you haven't run your gnarled fingers through my hair and something like that, though. But she actually did ask to run her fingers through his hair.
Look, man, if you're in comedy, especially in the public eye, such as as Katt Williams is, you and Wanda should know this. Of all things, you should know that there's no cut cards in comedy. Niggas will talk about any and everything in comedy. It goes back to the whole Michael Blackson and Kevin Hart's beef, or if you call it a beef, right? This is what I don't get. How as a comedian you can sit there and joan and rib on other people, but then when the cards are flipped on yourself, you get pissed off, you get defensive.
And she started the shit.
That's what I'm saying. And this is of all people to start shit. When you start shit with Katt Williams, he's funny as shit. This nigga will go on you until you start crying. he don't give a fuck.
Yo, he tried to chill. He gave her a chance. She started early. He yo, have you seen Wild 'N Out?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this shit? Damn. You know what I mean? She kept going. Fuck it.
Yeah, she said something. She was like, there's something about his hair, and that's when he went in.
I will say this, that when the part of the segment when they were talking about cooking, and he asked her what she cooks for her sons.
Come on, man.
She said broccoli.
Man, now
bro, that is not a signature dish.
You know why she said broccoli? Because she was already playing defense. Because she knew she was in some shit. You know, she wanted to say I can cook a mean meatloaf or mac and cheese. She wanted to say something, but she couldn't. Because niggas, man.
Bro,
listen,
she of all the shit, bro, she said broccoli.
She
I've never
so
in my
bad.
35 years of living have asked somebody what your signature dish is, and they say broccoli.
Somebody go ahead and look up the recipe and see what it takes to make broccoli.
This man said water and broccoli. There you go.
Water.
Like, can you burn broccoli? You can't.
You think of something healthy to say real quick.
And that's probably what it was, Pete.
Broccoli.
That's probably what it was, man.
She didn't want to say cheese. She put cheese on her brow.
She wanted to say macaroni and cheese so bad, man.
Yeah.
But what's your what was y'all take on the Tiffany Haddish comment he made? That was interesting.
I'm cool with it. Fuck it, man. Listen, it's the truth. God damn it.
Wait, I mean, if you look at the rap shit,
she is picked because she looks better and because she behaves the way white people tell her how to fucking behave so she can keep her job, though, because you can't be black in Hollywood and intelligent.
Well, no, Katt took it,
especially as a woman.
No, but Katt took it a step further and said she was fucking a white dude.
And I'm pretty sure it does acting, though. We know that you like our kind, though. Shout out to Serena Williams. That's why they like her still.
Yeah.
Well, she's been able to stay in tennis.
And then when you
have to marry that white dude, though, to keep her dominance. Alive so that she can keep playing. You know, because they try to stop you like they did Tiger Woods, though. He ain't been shitty for 10 years. Fuck out of here. And all of a sudden became shitty. I was saying he became shitty? He can't win shit?
Who, Tiger?
Come on now. This is what they do. So you have to do you have to play certain. What has Kevin Hart ever talked about for real that made you go, oh shit, this is some shit that was really socially, about some social shit. So something that affects us as a community. Something that's radical. Nothing.
He lives up to
the old jokes.
He lives up to the standard.
Play the ratchet chick.
Yeah.
Why did Katt Williams get it? Because Katt Williams started telling the truth.
Yeah.
You had to go.
Yeah.
You got to get up out of there. You can get you still will get some checks though because we can still make profit off of you. As long as we can make profit off you, and we're not losing money by investing in you. We're going to invest in you every once in a while. You're just not going to have certain access.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle.
Exactly what it is.
We can still profit off you. We give you $100 million. We can might make $500 million.
Yeah.
Off of you.
Yep.
You think we're going to lose out on that money though?
Well, no.
Because you're black. We're good. We'll find a way to get it back because we own everything. We'll find a way to get it back.
Oh, they see
it's not going to your family. You will not have generational wealth. We're going to make sure we stop that. That's really what the stop is.
Yeah.
You could be a billionaire right here. Oprah doesn't have any children. Who's her money going to?
They ain't going to Stedman, nigga.
This is true. Very true.
You cannot marry that nigga. I don't give a fuck how much you like him. I don't give a fuck. You could not marry that nigga. He will not. No. You're going to pay him off. We've already paid him off handsomely. Stedman probably has $300 million in escrow.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We paid him off. Oprah ain't give him a dime. We want all your money. We don't want you giving none to Stedman.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro.
I will only say I don't know. Maybe it's because black. I just wish his delivery was a little bit different. I mean, because I think if his delivery was different, they would have understood the message. Like people listen just to react, and they was just, oh, he a hater. He was spitting facts, but he did sound like a hater. You know what I'm saying? But that was because the energy back to the Miss Biscuit bitch. You know what I'm saying, on the radio show. That's because of the energy she was giving off. So he was in his bag, like being Katt Williams.
Yeah.
I feel if he was like just talking to homie or somebody else, the delivery would have been different, and folks would have been like, "He's right," because he is right. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing against Tiffany Haddish. Do your thing, man. You read it. Get your bag. Take advantage of the opportunities you got. But and Corey Holcomb was in some real shit too. Tiffany Haddish, she's attractive. We always smash Tiffany Haddish. Even
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But the comedians, like a Monique or a Melanie Camacho or Miss Laura, like the female comedians that Katt was talking about, Hollywood, they can't sell that. You know what I'm saying? So he was spitting real. If his delivery was different, maybe the reaction would have been different. But people still would have said the same shit regardless. But that's just my thing. That's just my thing. My opinion.
Yeah, I agree. He definitely was, and he didn't. I think he had. I don't think he had a choice in terms of how he was responding to the Wanda chick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because she was trying him, and he was like, I can only go so far. Like, I'm trying to chill, but you keep pushing me to that level, and she ended up pushing him, and he roasted her.
Oh boy. See, and I thank Corey Hogan for saying this. You can't empower marginal talent. Now, our marginal talent is you might be in a field in which you only are going to be projected to be marginal talent unless you are willing to go ahead and do what they ask you to do to get their fame, that they're going to ultimately take away all the accolades and all the money, and everything if you don't behave until death.
Yeah.
And even then, once you're dead, they might decide what they want to do with how they're going to go ahead and present your history anyways.
That's how it works in Hollywood, man. That's how it works.
So we have to, I want to shout out to Katt. Always spoke the truth.
Yeah.
If the enemy is on you that hard, think about how the enemy has been on DMX and Katt Williams, who have done what they've done, and they still are on their heels. That's powerful people.
Yeah.
It's just that they haven't been powerful enough to unite both sides to their thought process yet, though. But matter of fact, I also want to give a shout out. Katt Williams, shout out on the Emmy that he won for his role on the ATL.
Facts. Atlanta, did his thing. Guest starring role. He did his thing. Hey, Amir, real quick, I just wanted to throw in, speaking of marginal talent, I don't want to be rude. Maybe I am, I don't know, but I'm starting to see some corny shit. Charlamagne, you was corny as fuck for that Don't Get a Day, my nigga. Giving to Katt Williams. Like,
you got Katt Williams Don't Get a Day?
A couple of days ago. I know Tiffany Haddish is booing shit. Maybe, I don't know, more, I don't know, but like I said, he was spitting real, and you can't deny what he said.
Yeah.
And just because Charlamagne, you cool with it, that's not cool to be to use your platform to diss another dude because he said something about your friend. Like, you could have talked to him.
No. That's the guy, Charlamagne. No, my bad.
No. I was just gonna say that's corny. That's some fuck shit. That's equivalent to what the comedian lady was doing with Katt Williams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Charlamagne was corny for that.
And that was an emotional response from Charlamagne, because when Katt talked about Tiffany, he said Tiffany hasn't done a stand up, and she's been doing comedy since 16. Like, my nigga, what? That's a fact. You can't get mad at the fact. And now she got this big Netflix deal. Come on, man. He just spitting facts, man. And that's the problem. People get into their emotions when you're coming from a place of objectivity.
Yeah.
Katt Williams didn't say Katt Williams, I'm sure, didn't have any ill intent in his heart when there was no malice. He didn't say it in a negative way. He just stated straight facts. He's been doing comedy since 16 and has never done a stand up.
Charlamagne, the God, he calls himself, whether he lives up to that is slowly being shown that it's not being seen, because Charlamagne has not only done this, he's going at Maul and
Rory,
Maul and Rory, and I'm sorry, white guy, I forgot your name. It's all good, man. Y'all stolen our names though, so we can forget your names every once in a while. Fair exchange, but
man. Rory cool, man.
Rory cool. I'm not coming at Rory like that. Which I don't talk shit about his whiteness. But often what you find within this industry, as far as how they treat us, is that you just got to make sure you maintain, yourself in this business, because the enemy will make sure that they come at you hard, man. They try to silence our voices. Katt Williams, silence.
Well, Charlamagne,
silence.
Charlamagne has definitely shown signs of coonery.
Well, let me say this about and that's what I was getting on to Charlamagne. His ass. Charlamagne, you can't serve two masters. Charlamagne tries to toe the line. He talks bad, but then he goes ahead and tries to do something or whatever. Though it's called the Steve Harvey syndrome or Stephen A. Smith syndrome. I'll go with Stephen A. Smith syndrome because that spells that kind of as an acronym of fast, which Stephen A. Smith often possesses when he's on TV, which is fast. He's not a bunch of sass mouth. And with Charlamagne the God, man, I'm just gonna tell you, brother, you can't serve two masters. You got to make a choice. I know they're eventually gonna get at Shannon Sharp. He was starting a little bit. He was starting to talk a little bad about Colin Kaepernick for a little bit, and so you can't serve two masters, man. I know going to those hotels and sitting at that table though, and getting in first at the restaurants. I know that can be intoxicating though, but eventually you have to choose what you're going to be. You're going to be for the people or against the people, because eventually the enemy is going to go ahead and present that to you. Go ahead, Chuck.
No, and there's no in between. You can't, like you said, you can't serve two masters. There's no in between. You're either for people or against them. That's it. There's no gray area. I think we've probably talked about this on a few episodes ago. How far into the public spotlight can you get as a black person and be exclusively for black people? It doesn't exist. It doesn't. Which is why when we get to the next topic, we talk about Kenya Barris and the Disney shit going on, because you at a certain point you cross the line, like, okay, now you're getting too close to the black side. You either choose them or you choose us. There's no in between.
And he's still going to be with Disney though, because they know that he's a person that can create shows. We're not going to get rid of him yet though, because they always need a black person next to them. Don't it seem like that?
Yeah.
Shout out to the movie Something the Lord Made, Most Deaf. Right. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about, right? They're always gonna have a black person next to them to figure some shit out. But the peanut is good for it.
Because they know they understand the loyalty of black people. And whether that's and we can be loyal to a positive image, or we can be loyal to a negative image. Either way, we're loyal to something. And they understand that they understand that about us as a people.
And our intelligence. And our use of science, math, knowing that. They have to.
Yeah.
There's a black Jesus and a black Madonna, and listen, we're gonna go for days on this one. I'm gonna get right into this topic. Kenya Barris. Yeah. There's an episode in which Dre is gonna be having a joint about telling his son about the first year of his son's life as he was turning 1. He got cut out because it showed a lot of racism within it. So they cut it out. Kenya Barris didn't like that. That it was, found that it cut out. He left, and but he's still actually with Disney, but he's now no longer going to be on the show. So I just want to kind of get y'all thoughts on that, though, which is going to be a perfect segue into the last question. Go ahead and get y'all thoughts. Chuck, I'll start with you. Then,
look, man, Blackish is a very, very popular show, not only amongst black people, but amongst other race groups as well, whites as well. It's on ABC, a Disney network, and so when you have that type of message going out to millions and millions of people, it starts to raise questions in the viewer's mind. Now, this is not shit that they don't know of, but they're not actively thinking of that shit, right? They're watching Blackish for the comedy more so than the lessons that the show is trying to project. But when you have that powerful of a message reaching massive millions and millions of people, and while they know this shit like on an unconscious level, when they see it on TV, it brings an extra light to it. It's like, oh shit. Because believe it or not, there's some white people that think racism doesn't exist anymore. And it's not that that's their intent to be purposely ignorant of it. They just think that it doesn't exist because that's not their reality. But then when they see some shit like that on Blackish come across their screen, and then they flick on the news and see shit happen in Dallas, what happened with the brother Botham, they're like, oh shit, this is a reality. Racism still doesn't exist. How come I wasn't aware of this shit? And that's what Disney doesn't want. Disney doesn't want a group of people, particularly white viewers, being aware of the racial issues in America. Now, while Blackish does hint, there was one episode where he was talking to Junior about I guess Junior was I think Junior thought racism didn't exist or whatever the case was, and Dre was trying to explain to Junior that it does exist, and he was talking about past cases of police killing black people, right? And that was like a small segment of the show, but those type of messages that reach masses of people will start to awaken certain ideas and concepts within the minds of their viewers. And that's what Disney doesn't. Disney doesn't want a woke population watching their shit. Because if it's in Blackish, we definitely know it's in all the other shit that Disney has going on. And Disney they own a lot of shit. They just bought Hulu, or I think they're a majority stake in the Hulu. They own Marvel.
They own Fox.
They own Fox. They own Warner Brothers. They own a lot of shit. We're talking about trillions of dollars and trillions of hours in viewership of Disney being able to manipulate how, why, and what people think. And when Kenya Barris put that shit together, like, oh no, this is too powerful, man. No, we can't have this on the air. Are you serious? Come back with something better.
White dude named Kenya too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is, man. So that's my 2 cents on it, man. I can go a lot deeper into this shit, bro.
And I appreciate that, Chuck, man. That was a deep breakdown into what goes on to the subconscious mind, even if you're not programming it with it, the intention to listen to it. The fact that it's in your ears is enough. If you're around something, you start hearing something, feeling something, then that does, I guess there's been times I ate a whole Thanksgiving day dinner and then saw a Burger King commercial and wanted a Whopper.
Yeah. Because they really quick, P, I know you want to hop in there, bro, but they spend millions and millions, not just Disney, I'm talking about all media platforms. They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars every single year exclusively studying how to influence the subconscious mind. We're talking about down to the music they play, down to the colors, down to the fucking uniforms that they wear in the commercials, even down to the length of the commercials, the length of these TV shows. They have this shit down to a science, and they know exactly what will influence somebody to buy, what will influence somebody to think a particular way. Which is why we talked about a little bit about it earlier. We got to be careful how much of these police killings we're consuming. I'm not saying don't watch any, because we have to be aware of what's going on, but we have to be careful of the narrative that they're planting. Because if you control the narrative, you control the people. That's what it is. Story. Go back to religion, stories are everywhere. In every religion, there's a story, because they understand stories influence and impact the subconscious mind like nothing else. Because stories create images in your head. My bad. Let me.
No. That's a good point though. But Pete, all right, yeah, the person that creates them, we all are. But rights, to be told the responsibility of writing, and then be told that what you wrote is going to be in, or and then it's not. Well, I want to ask how you feel in that aspect as a writer, and then I have to ask, how do you feel about it in general, in terms of how Chuck, beautifully said in his words. How do you feel about it, in the racial aspect?
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he talking to Netflix? Or she, or I'm trying to, the person that created Blackish.
Oh, they're talking. I didn't know they were talking to Netflix. Oh shit!
I heard it on the Ricky Smiley show.
Is he making a bidding? Is he making a bidding war?
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna keep it funky with you.
That's smart.
I remember
that's a big show.
The first season of Blackish. I tried it, didn't like it. I never watched it again. My wife likes it. She said it did start slow, but they start going in, because it started off cheesy to me. And the complaint,
a little bit.
And the complaint that the director had. What's the director's name again? Sorry.
Kenya Barris.
Creator Kenya, and
yeah.
So that tells me, after the complaint about how they shut down the show. It's like, all right, boom, I see they didn't have that much power in the beginning. Shit get popular. They let the reins loose a little bit. You know, get more popular. They getting bread. Let the reins loose a little more. Then here comes some real shit. Nope, stop. Nah, we ain't doing that one. So I give them props for saying fuck ABC. Like, I mean, I know they got to finish it out or whatever, something like that. However it may be, but if I'm not mistaken, they supposed to be in talks with Netflix. I hope it's true. But shit, get it where you live. You know, we in an age where we don't need them. We don't need these majors. You know, we can do it ourselves. You see the shit Akon was talking about on Drink Champs, and everybody didn't see that. I mean, like, you know, I was motherfuckers can go to Africa and start a company. It'd be worth whatever. It's like a 500 company. It'd be worth whatever in like 5 years. Like, that shit can happen. We have power to do a lot of shit. We just don't realize it. We stuck in the matrix.
Thanks.
So go ahead, do your thing. I commend them. Give ABC. They don't want to do that shit. Well, fuck it. We gonna do it this way. You know what I mean? Like, look at y'all doing. Y'all bringing the Roseanne show back. Talking about she gonna die of opioids and shit. That's how y'all gonna kill her off the show. They're gonna call it the Connors. But my man, if this episode can't air, fuck out of here, man. We do our own thing. And shout out to Jamel Hill for linking up with LeBron James. I hope that goes into something big.
Yeah. Actually, Pete, to kind of confirm your comment. Actually, I'm online right now. So yeah, he signed a $100 million deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
yep.
For Blackish?
Yeah. No, well, I don't. Let me see. I don't know if it's. Well, I posted the link. So, let me plug it again. So the Facebook group, the Common Sense Experience group on Facebook. I just posted the link in there. I didn't read the article.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's for Blackish. But he.
Yeah, even if it's not, you know what I mean. The fact he making this move. Fuck ABC, man.
Yeah.
Fuck ABC.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You'll go here until we can create our own Netflix. And real shit, they just need to holler at Dame Dash, and that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. And Netflix is a little bit more, just a little bit more cultural friendly than ABC is. Although I heard some, shit about Netflix.
They got Shonda Rhimes. Netflix got Shonda Rhimes too. That's the thing that they scandal and shit.
Yeah. So shout out to Kenya Barris, man, making moves. Fuck ABC.
Yeah, ABC. If black people are so unuseful and we should go back to Africa, why do they keep using us to do things? This is the question I gotta ask, though. And then we have to ask ourselves, why are we selling our importance so cheap? So goddamn cheap. Speaking of selling ourselves cheap, the idea of black progression. I see a lot of black people getting happy because Nike signed some black workers, and they've always been hiring black workers. The people that were really around when Nike was trying to get hip, that's how white people talk hip with black people, was they were using black people to talk to the black people as representatives of Nike. It seems like, though, we think that because you are top in their company, that is progress. That all of a sudden that's what it is, and it concerns me. That's why it's topic that's dear to me, because I see through the bullshit, and that we don't, because we've been taught that being like them is the right way. I want to get your opinion on it, though. That's a little bit of my opinion, but I don't want that to be what dominates it, though, even though I feel like, my comrades here, knowing that they feel the same, though. So what do y'all think about this, though? Look at a guy like Kenya Barris, and then, they show him that he's still niggers. So what do y'all think about that? Pete, I'll go with you. Chuck, I'll go with you after that, and I'll give my rest of my thoughts.
Well, I'm sorry, what do you think about what? My bad, bro.
So we're speaking about black progress within the white society, is that actually bringing us forward or bringing us back?
progression in white society. That's
right.
Back to onion question.
Is that bringing us forward or bringing us back?
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. You know, if you, shit, God damn it, Amir. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, man. I don't know. Okay. Like, it depends. It depends your definition. Because in the same token, everybody, my president is black. Obama, the first black president. My grandma got to see the first black. He was so elegant. He was a black
the first
man
mixed president.
He said the first mixed president.
You said the first mixed president or first black president?
I'm making
mixed and black sound alike. Especially when you're when you're white.
Silly. Look, man, it all depends on your personal definition of progression. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Got a Katt Williams that. No. Because do you think that it is? Fuck what they think. Because you're the one being listened to for your opinion on things. That's why you have this platform and deserve this platform. So I want to hear what you think, not what somebody else. It all depends on. Fuck like that. We are talking real.
Like that, he put you on the spot, son.
Yeah, right.
As I'm going to be.
Yeah. Not really.
As a whole, what do you think? Should we be taught to be great in their joint, or should we be taught entrepreneurship, ownership, and that if you do get that to get out? It seems like we get that to stay in.
Right. Goddamn. All right, fuck it. Absolutely. You're right. It's real shit. You know what I mean? Like, for real, it's fam. And don't get it twisted. Shout out to LeBron. He got a school popping. You know what I mean? And he's doing his thing. But I'm curious on what that curriculum is going to be. Is it going to be the same curriculum that's going to be taught? You know what I mean? Like,
can they talk about Dr. Sebi at that school?
Right. Can we talk about Dr. Sebi at that school? Can we talk about checking accounts and banking? Can we talk about money? Can we talk about life skills? You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. Fuck Christopher Columbus. Fuck, you know what I mean? Longitude, latitude shit. X equals Y. I was good at math till fucking alphabet were involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know how to count your money, you know what it is. Like, what type of skills are being taught in school? So you absolutely right, dog. Like, nah, because we still in the same prison. We still in the same school to prison pipeline. Still.
Yeah. You're correct. Listen, again, I did bring my passion into it though. I felt like you was on the fence, and I want you to.
Nah, I needed that.
I need Pete. Need that.
No,
Chuck, Chuck, are they allowed to win Grammys? That's what you ask.
But Pete, you, bro, like you just, and this will probably be a topic for another show because we can really open up the can of worms on this shit. But you touched on something that nobody is talking about except here on the Common Sense Experience, and that was, LeBron's opening up a school. What's the curriculum? Who's designing the? It's not LeBron. LeBron's not creating the curriculum. He's just funding the teachers. Who are the teachers? Who else is funding the school? Those are the questions we have to ask. Not the fact that he's opening up a school, and that's fucking amazing. That's great. But as a good brother Pete always says, let's peel back the onion. Let's not get caught up in this false sense of black progression because LeBron James is opening up a school.
I mean, Adolf Hitler did open up a camp.
Yeah. I got 4 letters HBCUs. Is that black progression? No, it's not. Not when you say who's funding it. Not when you see the curriculum at a HBCU. I went to an HBCU and I took more American history classes than I took African history classes. At an HBCU, I took more socialist. I knew they taught us more about Christopher Columbus, Einstein, all these other white motherfuckers. But not once, not one time, as part of my curriculum, did they talk about Marcus Garvey.
Who was Howard named after?
Right. Like, so these are so if this is your first time listening into the Common Sense Experience, if you haven't noticed by now, we unravel the entire fucking onion. As Brother Pete says, we put that shit down to its core. These are not the type of conversations you're going to hear on other shows. You can search them. If you find these type of topics on other shows, post it into the Facebook group or send us an email. You won't. Everybody's all hyped up about LeBron opening the school, but like Pete said, what's the curriculum? Right? Are they talking about Marcus Garvey? Are they talking about the Black Panthers? Are they talking about Black Wall Street? Those are the questions we need to ask. Not can you draw a fucking circle and crank that shit in the fucking pieces and come up with algebra and geometry. Now that shit is important because we're talking about, if we want to go a step further, ancient science and shit, we talking about geometry. Like ancient Egyptians, they use geometry to map the fucking universe. So we can talk about that shit, but come on, man.
Well, what's more powerful though, building a high school or building a college? Because if you have that school, if you have that school though, but you got to think the grades are based off of sending them to Ohio State University.
Right.
Exactly.
So if you're sending them there, we know what that curriculum is. I'm saying, even though we started high school, we got to start high school. I think the real revolution, that when we know that we're really in revolution, is when we actually have a university for real that's not funded by white people, like Charles was talking about at fucking goddamn Morgan State, Howard, and all these other schools, Clark, Atlanta, Morehouse, and all of that. Though, that's what I'm saying, because that's when it's an independent teaching. When we have that though, and then we're going back to the days of Mozambique and Benin and all those schools though.
Yeah, and you also have to look at whenever you
look up Timbuktu. Shit.
Yeah, and whenever you want to open up a school in a state, there are certain laws, there's certain guidelines you have to follow, and if you don't align with those guidelines, they're not going to allow you to open up the school.
That's true.
Right? So LeBron opening up this school must align, as Amir, you rightfully said, it must align with what the state considers an institution. That's the only way it's going to happen. So we can get all the funding, 100% funding from the Black community. If we don't have the proper people in place in government and on boards, that school's not opening up. Not at all. Because it doesn't align with the state's values of what an institution should be. I mean, look at history, man. History will tell you, right? It's not coming from a place. Just look at history. That'll tell you. Any organization that was authentically 100% Black was dismantled by the government.
Like Wall Street.
Either through agents, people being planted inside the organization, the FBI, CIA tapping the phone lines, which, by the way, and I didn't know this until recently, NASA, FBI, and CIA were all founded by Nazi organizations. Especially NASA.
It was white?
NASA was founded by a Nazi.
The fact that the planes was rode so well back then, this is the 30s and stuff, lets you know that it was Black pilots riding the plane.
Yeah.
That bombed there, but it wasn't them letting off the bombs, but it was us riding the planes, probably though, because Black people, we were probably told that this is the right thing to do. This is ending up. This is gonna fuck up what we have to give y'all if you keep doing this thing right here. Oh yeah, you're right, Master.
Yeah.
Coon ass. That's why I said earlier in the show. Coon ass niggas gotta go.
But
we are fighting a serious enemy. We don't have time for inside infiltration. So Coon's got to go.
And coonery's been going around for centuries. I mean, cooning is not new.
At all.
That's how Marcus Garvey's company, Black Star Line, was dismantled. A fucking coon. FBI planted a coon inside the organization, fucked up his books, and he ended up having to pay it. Ultimately, it ended up to his company not taken off because some coon ass nigga was in the organization fucking up his books on purpose.
He was in there on purpose.
Man, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. If you don't have a sense of value, or if you're not, I don't know, man. It's yeah.
Yeah. If the idea of success is going ahead and be determined by the enemy, then that's not success at all. Pete, I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother.
No, I was just saying real quick. I was alluding to what Chuck was saying about Marcus Garvey. There's this show on HBO that I watched. It was like 5 seasons. It's called Boardwalk Empire, right? And it's talking about Atlantic City in the 20s and shit. You know, illegal politicians. You know, all this shit that's going on now basically was going on back then. You know, this nigga name was this hustler in Atlanta who owned the city pretty much, was buying out governors, putting them in positions. And in the last season of this show, Marcus Garvey was involved because his man who you was talking about, the dude. Like, it showed everything. I saw that. Everything you was just talking about. How his man set him up. He was in cahoots with FBI. He was in cahoots with the mob and shit, dirty people. He was jealous of Marcus Garvey. He wanted to take over his own shit. So it was just like that shit is that. All this shit it's been around for ages, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Nothing new under the fucking sun.
Yeah.
And real quick, because you know what, Amir, you was right to speak your mind, be real. Because it goes back to me saying we in the fucking matrix. All our conversations come full circle. I was too busy worrying about the people who lost in the sauce, who was going to say we hating, and be like, well, what did you do? What did you put in? You know what I mean? LeBron building schools and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but you don't understand, and it's dope. No disrespect. We not disrespecting. We not down it. That's dope. Yeah. LeBron opened the school, but it would be, and we could be wrong, because I'm like, it just would be even more dope if the curriculum is supposed to, is going to be some shit that's going to help him grow and become a young adult who's going to be able to. He may not be athletic like a LeBron, but he'll be able to feed his kids like a LeBron can when he's of age, because he went to this school. You know what I'm saying? And got the knowledge he was supposed to get, even if it ain't a university. I feel it don't even got to be university. It could be a pipeline from kindergarten all the way up to high school to you put them in a fucking, internship and be able to build off whatever they want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying, like, I just hope it ain't the same curriculum that's not putting us where we need to be.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, though, because every king should be called to task.
Mm-hmm.
You can't call yourself King James and not be called to task. So
that's real.
If the people that are expecting you to do the right thing are calling you to task, as you are calling yourself the king, you've accepted that. When you first began, you might not have, done it as much or done it ignorant, but you now are aware that you're doing it. And, you make and earn that right. You're great. As you do things, you're going to be called to task. We're going to watch the school, how it's run, and we're going to watch the agency, how it is run. And as you are in Hollywood, because we know that the temptations are coming. You in Hollywood. You in Temptation City, state.
Yeah.
California, it's Temptation State. And Los Angeles is its capital, even though it's not its capital. Sacramento is of history, which is false history. But Los Angeles, it's a place though in Sacramento's capital. But, yeah, that's you in Temptation. You're in Temptation Place right now. Miami, Los Angeles? Yeah, you out there. So we're gonna see what you made of, LeBron. No, we want the best for you though, man. But we're gonna also call you to task the same way that, and not in the same way that black people didn't call Obama to task still for his people. To that faggot. Is that wrong? Saying it like that.
We have love today for the people.
That's pretty impressive. That was actually a pretty impressive Obama impression. That was pretty impressive.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was convinced.
Yeah, we ain't with the shits, y'all. If you haven't know, this is episode 79. If you've been following us all these episodes, you know we ain't with the shits, man.
Hey man, sidebar. Tyrod got hurt. Baker Mayfield took over.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
And
here we go.
Tyrod go back to Buffalo, nigga. It's a wrap now.
Here we go. Sure enough, they don't want another black athlete lifting up the city. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Baker to go in.
Did I say that out loud? Oh, shit.
My bad, y'all. On time. Let's keep it.
Nah, you're good, pimp. You good.
What's the next on the docket?
Oh, listen, man, we gotta get into these goddamn trailblazers.
Sure.
We gotta acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, those who came before us, same time of us, and those who, you know what I'm saying, though, who are the future trailblazers, though. So, without further ado, Chuck, you go ahead, Pete, and I'll go after y'all as far as mentioning who we got as trailblazers.
I'm probably butcher this brother's name. It's Akili Anais. It's AQIYLANIYS. AQIYL. Last name ANIYS. His website is naturallifeenergy.com.
Chuck, would you say your password?
He said,
AQYILBINGO.
I think it's pronounced Akili Anais.
Okay.
Akili Anais, I think.
Akili Talib.
Akili Anais. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, he was a direct understudy of Dr. Sebi. And he's all about the living the life that Dr. Sebi lived. I think he even had a chance to stay at Dr. Sebi's village in Honduras, and so he has books out on herbal medicine, and he has books on natural health and healing, and he posts a lot of articles on his website as well. And shout out to, I was listening to XM earlier. I think it was Shade 45 I was listening to, and I forgot the DJ's name, but she was actually dropping some health knowledge, as far as certain oils to use and avoiding certain ingredients and stuff, because we don't talk a lot about that in the Black community. We talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about relationships, we talk about spirituality, religion, but we don't talk about health a lot, and I think that's a foundational. That's foundational for the upliftment of our people. So when we have people like Akili Anais, who's putting out and dropping gems on Facebook, and I think he has a YouTube channel as well, we need to take heed. And it doesn't have to be like a cold turkey transit, because it's tough. Living that type of lifestyle is definitely tough. But if we can start making small changes in how we eat and what we eat, it helps. It helps, because if you haven't known the history, that's one way that they eliminate Black people is through food, because they know of our connection with food, and how just based off our melanin alone, we have an entirely different tasting mechanism or tasting system in our bodies, which allows us to experience food on a deeper level than other races.
Chuck, I'ma still eat meat, goddammit. Okay.
No, bro. Nah.
I gotta relax. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
we got meat.
I want to shout out to Achilles Bananas.
Nigga, I had a chicken. I had a Chipotle bowl for lunch for dinner before the show, my nigga.
The wife I got quesadillas waiting on me right now. The wife just made some shit.
Yeah, So it's not about making, like I said, it's not about going cold turkey. But it's about, if you do eat meat, add some more vegetables during the week, right? Eat an apple a day, banana a day, or some shit.
Right.
Small changes, man, and that's all it really takes. We don't got to do this whole drastic lifestyle change, because it takes a lot of energy and a lot of fucking work. I tried that Dr. Sebi shit, and that shit is tough. That shit is tough. So shout out to Akili Anais.
I want to give a shout out to Hakeem Olajuwon. That's his name, right? What's his name, Chuck?
He said Hakeem Olajuwon.
Achilles, Hercules.
I don't know how to pronounce Achilles and Ananias. I think I'm probably saying that shit wrong as hell.
Yo, God, what's the name of the book? What's the name of the book, Chuck?
Natural Life Energy, I think is. Well, that's his website, but I think that's also the name of the book.
Okay, all right. Because we listen, man. Listen. I want to make sure that Hakeem Olajuwon knows that we wasn't trying to fucking the name. It's a great book. Honestly, the name has been said though. So y'all got the name though. I'm Jones.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna post the website.
Don't Katt Williams me, please, people. I don't want to feel like I'm name shaming. I got the most confusing name of all time. Go ahead, Chuck.
No, I'm gonna post the website in the Facebook group. So make sure you head over to the Facebook group and check out the website.
All right, man. Shout out to Achilles Heels. Pete, what do you have?
Yeah, well, I'm missing my man's name up either. But shout out to this young brother. His name is Silas Adekunle. Adekunle. Silas Adekunle. He's a 26-year-old Nigerian, and now he's the highest paid robotics engineer in the world. He's credited for building the world's first gaming robot, and he signed a new deal with software manufacturers Apple Inc. So shout out to him. He was also named someone to watch in 2018 by the Black Hedge Fund Group, according to reports by the BossNewspaper.com. He's currently the founder and the CEO of Reach Robotics, a company developing the world's first gaming robot. Shout out to this young brother, man. That's what's up.
You won't find that shit on Fox News or CNN.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah, P, if you got the is that an article or did you put together?
It's an article. I'm posting it now, bro.
Okay, cool. Yes, go ahead, post that shit, man, because that's the shit that we need to start sharing.
I want to shout out Face to Face Africa, website, which tells us about our history. Face, the number 2 face, and then Africa. Shout out to that website though, because that's a website that is very powerful in telling us about our history, telling us about what's going on right now, currently, not only just in Africa but around the world that's affecting Africans, and that includes them putting about African American things as well though, because a lot of times they try to make it seem like there's a divide between Africans and African Americans though. Even though there is, let's be honest, there's a divide between blacks in America though. So we know that can exist wherever there are black people versus black people and other black people from other places. So it's not just an African versus African American people thing though, because there are plenty of Africans who love Black Americans, and not just the celebrities. I'm saying though, most Africans only respect the celebrities. Well, most African Americans do, nigga. That's how we're taught. Respect celebrity. I'm pretty sure the most famous celebrity Africans are respected amongst Africans more than regular Africans. That's what the enemy did. I want to give a shout out to that website, and that's my trailblazer that's going on, that's continuing knowing about Black history. All right. Chuck, me about sports pretty good though, man. We didn't talk about last week. That was a good one with as far as with the Bills. The Bills are the shittiest team in the league right now. There might be a shitty team in sports.
He's just sports. Going damn, bro. Not yet, man. Come on.
Well,
basketball hasn't even started yet.
I'll wait to see how the handball tournament is going, but
this is the
we're pretty bad. We're fucking bad.
This might be the worst Bills.
We might be 0-16.
Yeah, I agree, Pete. Man. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're cheeks of the Buckeye. Yeah, we're definitely getting
And now McCoy's injured. I don't know if y'all seen that. I saw a post. McCoy's out.
We're definitely looking tanked. He's not out. He's not out. He just gave up.
Real shit. I would trade him.
He's still retired.
While he's still valuable. Like I'd trade
McCoy.
him.
Oh, he probably wants to leave.
Yeah.
He probably wants to leave Buffalo.
While he still valuable, I can get a pick and maybe something decent for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing that pisses me off as a Bills fan. It's not the fact that we lose season after season. It's the fact y'all don't fucking try to do shit. They just try to do enough to try to please us. We still gonna come down. The tailgating is crazy. That's national TV. That's national. You getting money from that. I mean, like, I hope Pagula really trying to win one. I don't fucking know, but
I can't tell.
Shit. Like,
I can't
tell either, bro.
I can't tell, nigga.
You're not gonna fool me. You're not gonna fool me just because we went to the playoffs last year, bro. You're not about to do that.
And that's fucked up to raise the hopes of fans to say, "Oh shit, we made it to the playoffs last year after 17 years," and then to come back and do the shit they doing this season. Come on, man.
But Bills fans are experiencing what black people experience all the time.
These are facts. These are facts, sir. You're right.
Yeah.
We're gonna sell you hope. How's it feel? Black people already know what it is, though. By week 5, we start going to the game. Week 6, we're fucking shitty. We might have hope by 4-2. By the time we realize we're not making the playoffs, we'd be less and less Bills fans, don't it, white people?
You know, it's fucked up when you can get a season ticket, you can get a game ticket for $12.
Right. Black people give up.
Field side seats.
We gotta think, when the season starts, that's summer still. We out there grilling, getting it in, we inviting family. Wait till about week 5, and the Bills are 0-5. A lot of people gonna be like, "Yo, man, it's too cold. Shit, I sold my ticket."
We got Minnesota.
It's too cold. It's too cold to have hope. Hope dies as the weather decreases.
It's pointless. It's like, why would you go out in a 20-degree, 10-degree weather to watch your team get destroyed?
Right, you gotta be a serious fan.
Nah.
A lot of people loyalty to white sports ain't that much.
Yeah, I stay home and watch the Bills lose.
Right. I mean, the money I'll spend is the pizzeria is going to get mad money. He's getting pizza, we getting wings. Facts. We might, grilling out. So some white joints that chop the best meats, Patariskis or some bullshit out here to get some money though. Wherever y'all at, the white butchery. You know what time it is though. But
man,
that's all been said. What do you think about AD to LA? You think it's gonna happen?
I don't know, man. I don't see why not. I know.
Did you sign a Rich Paul, P? You think he signed a Rich Paul, P?
Huh? Did he?
I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just.
Hey man, I'm trying to get signed.
I want to see LeBron be successful.
I want to. You know what I mean? He's like that's the move, nigga. Go to AD and LeBron will be loved. That AD and LeBron, he getting 2 more. He getting 2 more. You get AD, LeBron, you bring a Paul George with you.
If LeBron gets 5,
and maybe a Russell Westbrook or a Chris Paul the following year, you getting at least 2. Fuck with me.
I like it. When you brought a fan, I would like Houston to just get 1 though. If not, you know what? Look, Houston get 1 this year, and then LeBron get 1 next year. That would be an awesome shit.
Golden State getting another one, bro. They getting 1 more, and then KD.
No, they ain't getting another one.
They getting 1 more, and then KD might go to the Knicks. Cause Kyrie going to the Knicks. Kyrie going to the Knicks.
They're not going to win 3 in a row.
I'm telling you, man.
He's about to get stopped.
Who's gonna stop him?
Nah.
Amir.
Well, nobody's gonna stop him.
You're talking emotionally,
I'm being honest with you, Pete. Injury. Injury's gonna stop him because somebody's gonna injure him.
Of course. That's the only way. But if that doesn't happen, they get another one.
They going for ankles.
All right.
Because what stops them and what
speaking of ankles, you gotta worry about Chris Paul ankles, nigga. That's the ankles you need to worry about. If Chris Paul's ankles is okay, y'all might stop him. Because y'all should have stopped him.
I'm not worried.
Okay.
Because listen, I'd rather have a scorer on my team
I got Melo.
than defensive player when I have defensive players. And we picked up Brandon Knight too, which was a good pickup. Brandon Knight was a good pickup. No, you can't tell me that shit. As a backup point guard, Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's all right. That's cool. That's like a Gerald Green, my nigga. That's cool. Come on, man. Listen, Mello, man.
You think I'm afraid?
What Mello y'all getting, man? Yes, you are. You just not gonna say it.
That's a good point.
What Mello you getting?
But that's high. That's a high reward, low risk.
Okay.
How isn't it?
Right.
Because if he acts up, we got him for $2 million. The fuck? So he can go.
And y'all might still get the good Mello. Y'all might. We gonna see. Hey man, I want to see some good NBA. I was gonna see some good.
But I'm gonna let you know this though. We had did we not? Yeah, Cousins. I'll give you that. So let's see how Cousins' health is though. But
don't sleep on Boston if they stay healthy. Don't sleep on Boston.
Well, I mean, let's make it to the. I'm talking about what's going to get us to the finals. I'm talking about what's going to go ahead and we beat Boston. Because Boston. We're not worried about Boston. We got too much. It got into turmoil. You think Kyrie Irving's going to be happy with Jason Tatum being the man? He could handle somebody who was older than his ass being the man.
They're going to be good because Kyrie next year.
His faggot ass couldn't handle that.
He's going to take that.
They're going to take somebody ass.
They're going to take somebody to 7. They're going to take somebody to 7.
What are you going to say? His little faggot? Why can't this little faggot ass accept the fact that he might be number 2?
I don't know.
Jason Tatum's going to be the man.
He is. Let him be. Kyrie go out.
I'm good on that team though. If Chris Paul stay healthy, because Kyrie Irving got to stay healthy too. Obviously, for them to even make it though, because they might even lose to fucking Toronto. If we stay healthy, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, man.
I'm not worried about the Lakers. I'm not worried about the Lakers. Not this year. The Lakers ain't going this year. LeBron's chilling this year. LeBron got movies to make. Like, yo, man, just wait till next year. Listen. We gonna get to the playoffs. We'll get to the playoffs though, but we're not. But I'm chilling. I'm making movies right now. I ain't got time for that shit though. Y'all figure it out. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Oh, I'm not a king. I'm not one of the top 5 players of all time. Name 4 people better than me all time, and I'll wait.
Space Jam 2.
Name 4 players better than LeBron. Pete.
Die line, nigga.
Well, what did MGK say in his freestyle? He said, "You want to know who was in my top 10? Me, and me again." I'm like, okay.
I wish he didn't say that. He said it.
No, who to my MGK?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. He said that shit. I think that was on a.
I'd rather listen to Machine Jim Kelly.
This guy. This guy.
Then this motherfucker talk shit. I'm just keeping it real, man. Machine Gun Kelly.
MGK, nigga.
Right,
Stop playing the man, bro. MGK, my nigga.
I'm like, Chuck.
I'm fucking with you. I don't fuck with him. I'm fucking with you.
You talking about the Magic? You talking about the Magic Kingdom? You talking about Disney World?
Magic Kingdom.
Listen. Eminem don't understand though that you versus Joe Budden is going to be a problem though. But Machine Gun Kelly, come on, this nigga, he's a person that can rap rhymes that's wrote for him well enough to get Eminem's attention enough that he can actually get to the person he's a fan of. That makes sense?
Man, we're giving this shit too much time. Let's move on. What's next?
Oh, Pete. Poetry and Bars.
Poetry and Bars. Check it out. Fuck it.
Check it. Yo, Pete.
Yeah.
I gotta go at you, man. Yo, can you freestyle, man?
This guy. You do this all the time, man. I'm not gonna let you sucker me in, though, guy. So let's get to these bars.
Right.
Getting a little late.
You come with the freestyle.
Yeah.
Niggas you C-list. Niggas you B-style. I be wild. Motherfucker, I'm a beast child. When I come with these rhymes, nigga, understand, though. I'm on the freestyle. I'm on the rhymes with it. Got the time with it. Niggas understand I'm motherfucking suited up and fine with it. I'm fine like wine with it. I got the lines with it. Motherfucker, I got time for it. Go ahead, though. Y'all niggas like porridge with the bears. And niggas can't stop me. I see off the stair, off the glare. Nigga, I'm like Ric Flair. Woo! They can't stop me, nigga. Y'all niggas stew right up in the pot. I got the shit locked. I got the gun cocked. They can't stop me. You see the clock. At the time, nigga, I'm Dr. Spock. Yo, if you want it, come and get it. That nigga's finished. All diminished. Now when I come with this shit, though, your whole wishing. Motherfuckers, your career fishing right in the lake. You don't give a fuck, nigga. Make that mistake. And like Blake Griffin down in Detroit with Flint with no water. You fucking your daughter if she's 21. I got a crew with 20 guns. We shine like the sun. I'm reverend, but no run. I don't run from it. I'm at the pulpit. Go ahead, though. Get your wig split. You don't give a shit. It's the timing. Come with the rhyming. Nigga, I shine like diamond. Now, when I spit, though, it's like a hymen. Nigga, respect my rhyming. Yo, I go inside your shit like a lining. We don't give a fuck about it. Go ahead, though, and go and doubt it. It's the truth, especially when I step in the booth. Like I said, though, when I step in the booth, I kill it. It needs yellow tape. Can't stop me. You can't bust a grape. We don't give a shit, though. We fucking apes. Sit back and wait. As of late, I can see the fucking hate. Especially with women when I post a post. Now, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'll give you a dose of dose. Go ahead, nigga. Try to get close to close. Can't get with me. You can stand side by side when we ride. You can see it in my eyes. I'm a win. So I don't give a fuck about losers or those who want to tie. And I tie it up. Keep it buck. Keep it 100. Can't stop them. Can't front them. Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. No stunting. Because stunting's for babies. Y'all understand me? I'll fuck your lady. Like white dudes, I'll treat you shady. Then cheat on you, just like Brady. You want to stop me? Put the dark on me. Can't save me. Pete, man. No, man, trying to bug me. You can't rape me. Go ahead, Pete.
Nah, we gonna end it there. See, if you did you might man. We're gonna end it right there. Yep, that's perfect.
We gonna end it right there.
Do your thing. Go ahead, let's end it out. Chuck, you spark it off. Do what you do.
Oh man, all right. So yeah, crazy man. All right, so as always, y'all stay woke. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Black Podcasters Network with this Facebook page. Make sure to hit up the Facebook group, The Common Sense Experience. And this is Chuck, y'all, and I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.